However, when it comes to Sydney, all of that natural beauty creates natural limits to our vision for this town. Those national parks on all sides mean that we're hemmed in when it comes to growth. The rivers cut through Sydney like a scythe, and the city beaches coastline means that the eastern approach to the city doesn't really exist. So unlike a lot of cities around the world who are big metropolises, it's not possible for us to have ring roads with multiple access points to our downtown. The second and perhaps equally important problem is that because of its natural beauty, I think there's a temptation to treat it like a masterpiece. Let it hang in a museum untouched. A precious artefact that's just too delicate to mess with. After all, you wouldn't add an extra ab to Michelangelo's David, and you wouldn't add another lily pad to a Monet masterpiece. But treating Sydney like a delicate object risks robbing its future. It's akin to leaving it on an art gallery wall, simply gathering dust. It's a living thing, this city, and just as Bradfield's Harbour Bridge or Utzon's Opera House were additions to the city that ultimately made it even more attractive, we can't be afraid to make change that will add and not subtract from its beauty. In short, we've got to have the confidence to make change in our city. I believe that change must include, at its heart, new housing and density for the people who live here. Housing is the key to ensure that young Australians have the ability to live and write the next chapter of Sydney's future. If we fail to do that, then we won't be providing the next generation with the chance to grab a piece of Sydney for themselves, which many in this room, including me, were able to inherit or grab for themselves. When I was young and graduating from high school, the key question my friends and I asked each other upon graduation was, will we ever be able to afford to buy a house in Sydney? The question for many these days is, will I even be able to afford to rent a place here? It was at this speech last year, in the run-up to the New South Wales election in March, where my party was able to clearly state that development had slowed to a crawl in Australia's largest city, and that the maze of planning agencies, bureaucracies and departments were hampering New South Wales' competitiveness and also its ability to attract and retain capital in our state. I was given the opportunity in opposition to make that case alongside then Premier Dominic Perrottet. And can I take the opportunity to congratulate Ben English for discontinuing the practice of inviting the Leader of the Opposition to these addresses. No need to do it, Ben, no need to do it.